Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So what I'm gonna do today, I will show you a tiny little feature that's been released as a part of 2023. So it's like if you're going for an admin maintenance, right, you will find this option. Now, why I decided to talk about this, even though you might think, oh, this is not very much of significance, but this is important in my opinion from an org cleaning perspective or to keep your org neat and tidy. Now, you might have dealt with pick lists, right? Most of the times, you might have created a pick list, you might have added new value to the pick list, and at times you might have thought, "Oh, this pick list is not important," so you might have deactivated the pick list, and you might have also inherited an org which contains a lot of inactive pick lists. Now, before this option, what happened was that you have to manually go and delete each one of them. Let's say if you have 50 of them. Now what that will do is that it seems like a manual process, right? And most of the times I will say, okay, we're gonna talk about this later, we're gonna deal with it later, because it's not really a fun thing to do, right? To pick and choose, individual option and delete, right? It's a time consuming process. It's not really very exciting thing to do, and all cleaning is can be boring task, right? And let's accept the fact, right? Not everyone likes to do this kind of things. So that's a human psychology, right? And the human psychology plays into consideration here, plays an important role. And because of that, what often happens, right? You might see an org with a lot of inactive values sitting there, and no one even bothers to delete it, right? Now, so this feature is kind of important from that perspective, right? Say, as you can see that you have something called delete unused values. Now, what that will do is that you can do a bulk delete, which is pretty simple, right? Instead of going and deleting individual values, so you can just go and delete everything at once. So let's do it. Okay. That are in use in any records will be deleted and can't be recovered. If the number of remaining inactive values falls below the limit, this field becomes bounded picklist. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, right. Now you can see that it's gone. Now, so that's how it's done, right? So now this is, like I said, right, this may seem like a pretty trivial, not non-significant stuff, but like from an org cleaning perspective, right, this is important. And obviously, if Salesforce think that this feature is important, that's the reason why they're introducing it, right? So, and obviously, I believe people would have asked for it. Otherwise, Salesforce won't invest the time. Like I've been asking generics features over and over and over, right? And I believe they have some in the future pipeline, even though the generic should have been in the system, presume at least 5 years ago, and where most of the technology, most of the programming language have the functionality. And given the fact that Salesforce didn't even bother to implement it, it seems to me that they don't really care about keeping the language up to the latest standard, which is kind of a silly in my opinion. But with that being said, that's all I wanted to cover in this episode. Hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. Adios.